All right, viewers, let's start with some fresh developments that are coming in as far as Maduro's capture by Trump is concerned. Now, China has weighed in. China has urged the immediate release of Nicolas Maduro after the U.S. captured the Venezuelan president and his wife in a military operation. China expressed grave concern over the U.S. action and said it is closely monitoring the situation of security in Venezuela. Li Jian, a spokesman for China's foreign ministry, reiterated the country's position, calling for Maduro's prompt release. China also highlighted its ongoing cooperation with the Venezuelan government, maintaining that it has had positive communication with Maduro's regime. The situation remains tense, with China watching closely. Let's listen in. Venezuela itself, and now China is the second such nation to ask for the release of Nicolas Maduro. Meanwhile, let's tell you that Maduro will be produced in the Manhattan court today in New York. He faces charges of drug smuggling, of narco-terrorism, and of possession of weapons. China has also highlighted its ongoing cooperation with the Venezuelan government, maintaining that it has had positive communication with Maduro's regime. As of now, the situation is tense, and China is saying that it is watching all the developments very closely. Now, joining me in this discussion is Dr. Sanjay Kumar. He's a journalist at the Korea Herald, and he joins us live from Seoul in South Korea. Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, for joining us in this discussion. What do you think is really in stakes for China as far as Maduro's capture and Venezuela's takeover by Trump is concerned?
Kriti, for China, what is at stake is the vision of engaging the global South that China had been working for many years. And if you see the investments that
energy requirements now getting affected because although it did not import a lot from Venezuela, it was about 5%, but stocks of some companies have come down, and we know that the pipelines were most conducive for the crude that Venezuela had.
See, if you see the China-US strategic competition or the trade war which had been ongoing since a couple of years, energy security remains in the center. And for China, if you see the long-term strategy of China, China wants to have a sovereign power. They would like to achieve that status when it comes to energy security and the critical minerals. And from both these two perspectives, Venezuela remains, and some Latin American countries remain very critical. And that is why, this thing has come at a juncture which is going to affect China. And it is affecting. But how long it will affect and how much it will affect, it will only depend on the situations which are going to be concluded in a couple of weeks. So we will have to, like today also Trump has said that he may order some more attacks too. So we do not know, because the situation still is evolving, and unless we do not get a properly established government in Venezuela, commenting anything would be very early to say. And that is why we have to wait for 2-3 weeks so that this entire situation can be concluded. And based on that, in my assessment, I think US and China would also like to talk on this by seeing the situations globally, because condemnation is not just limited limited from China, but there are other countries, including Russia, and even some like-minded countries of in the global South, and even some countries in Europe have condemned this act also. So we have to see from a long-term perspective.
Okay, sure. Do stay on with me, Dr. Kumar, as we proceed. We'll also cover some news now coming from Australia and Colombia. Now, Colombian